starting my first series on YouTube on my goal of trying to get to a 300 FTP. I'm currently sitting at around 260 and have been training for a few months now. Here I'm planning on documenting and sharing a little bit about what I'm doing, what my training is, and a little bit of what my riding looks like. So let's go. Hi, my name is Jaime and I like riding bikes. So I've been riding now for about a decade, but a lot of on and off. It was up until the last 2 years where I started actually taking it serious. This was specifically 2024 BWR. I started and set my goal for doing the full waffle, which was 117 miles with 10K of elevation. I thought it would have been fun and say, why not? Got to buy a gravel bike and I got to train heavily. Where my current FTP is, about 2 weeks ago, I was able to hold 267. Last year, I was able to achieve an FTP of 299. That was according to Garmin. I got very close, but then came around winter, November, and I hit the woes, and I kind of just fell out of love with cycling. I got really tired, and snowboarding season came up. Here we are. I have been riding consistently, and so for the last 3 to 4 months, I've been riding anywhere between 8 to 10 hours a week, and that averages around, for me, 150 to 200 miles. So let me show you. I believe a 300 FTP is definitely reasonable by February, maybe March of next year, 2026. This comes with a lot of training, and so finally got my first coach. My coach kept insisting that I finally got a bike fit, so I caved, and I did. That being said, I don't know if I can speak for almost everyone, but I do feel like a lot of people have accepted that bikes aren't necessarily comfortable, and I was one of those. I would deal with a lot of numbing, a lot of issues with my hands, a lot of issues with my knees, and that being said, I got my bike fit. My mind was blown. I have not been feeling any knee pain. I haven't had any issues. I have had some hand numbing issues, but that being said, I think that was from them dropping my stem a little too much. So I've raised it from another, just a riser. We're going with that, but I do feel like for the first time ever on the bike, I don't necessarily feel pressure on my undercarriage, but what's happening now is I feel a lot of power driving through my legs, and this in turn has enabled me to put out more power.
Some of the things that they changed include changing my saddle. We actually tried a total of, I want to say, 4 different ones. What ended up really working for me was the Physique Vento Argo. I had initially used a specialized 3D mirror one, and I found it to be a little too narrow. What would happen was I felt like I was having a lot of pressure on my undercarriage, and there was some issues where I feel like I would go numb, or I could just never fully get comfortable. And so what would happen is when I would try to put power down, I found myself constantly shifting on the saddle, either going forward or going back, and basically just could never really find a position where I was happy on the bike. And so as soon as I would get anywhere in between 40 to 50 miles is where I would really start to feel pain, and I was just like, okay, this is the norm. Another thing that they changed was adding spacers in between my pedals. The fitter thought that my stance was way too narrow. I was feeling a lot of pain on the outside and inside and kind of like the front of my knees, and I think this was a lot of shifting from me in general. So constantly moving saddle up, down, tilting it back, tilting it down, just trying to figure out something. He found that if we added some spacers, that really helped with essentially the smoothness of my pedal, along with keeping my knees in the same axis of which it was rotating, and surprisingly helped so much. And so now I haven't really been having any issues.
If you're into following a real progress story, subscribe and hit the bell. I'll post a video every week to 2 weeks and talk a little bit about my progress and where I'm at. Drop a comment if you want any specific training sessions or data overlays. And thank you for watching. Catch you on the next one.